Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. Okay, maybe not, but the link's going to be there. Just for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch and get us going. Okay, action pose, right? Big old action pose. So, I kind of want... Let me see, maybe I gotta lower him down a little bit. Yeah. That's good. Lower him down, make it bigger. Make him twist his body. Yeah. That's it. That's the idea. So I'm going for like a, action pose, but it's more of a ninja action pose, right? And so first things first, I have to... I have to concentrate. I have to, yeah. That's what I want. So I've got a certain flow, that's kind of what I'm going for, is I want him to look a certain way, looking a certain way, as he looks a certain way. I know, I'm hilarious. You're welcome. I'm here all week. I'm here every day, I'm doing a drawing every day, so you're gonna have to put up with my jokes. Okay, so now that I've got the pose or the positioning, I'm going to work on the details. So that's the trick to getting everything the way you want. You've got to figure out how it works in this position for how you are positioning them. Very repetitive today, right? Okay. I think that'll work like that. Now the trick is, he's gonna have a whole bunch of packs and sorry, I gotta get this in. My hand's getting sweaty, so I gotta make sure I don't sweat all over the paper. He's got a whole bunch of extras and baubles and grenades and whatnot all over him. So I've got to figure out how to get all that in here within 30 minutes and still keep it looking good. Because the trick is, I could do it in longer than 30 minutes, but I'm trying to keep this going fast for you because, we don't want to be here for several hours. Well, you may not want to. I can. But, you know what? We gotta all get other stuff we gotta do. So, we're trying not to. So the point is... okay, and also, he's based on the Classified series. The G.I. Joe Classified series, which I've talked about him before with all the other ones. It's an amazing new series that's come out. And, I really like it. Go. So I'm going to have him holding a gun on this end, his little Uzi, but it's going to be upside down because it's kind of like this, so you're only going to see the bottom half of it. But I do not like that because I want him in like a fighting stance, and it's going to work better like that. But yeah, so also the trick is, like I was saying, he's got packs and all kinds of crazy doodads and details and whatnot that are all over him. So we got to figure out how to get them in without drawing everything. And I know it sounds like a cheat, obviously we want to draw a lot of stuff, but you are welcome to add on to this as much as you want. I only have time to add the specifics, and it's up to you to go crazy. Trying to find, also all I have to go by are pictures of the toys, and I'm trying to find pictures that kind of show me enough of the detail that I can play around with those details to try to make it work in this position. I mean, how many times am I going to say that, right? Alright, I think that's going to work. And the other thing too is I've got him kind of exaggerated. Like, I've got him super, and I do this a lot with the lights, the ones that stick out like this. I kind of stretch them and make them big because I like the extra look, you know, the fantastical look, so to speak. The impossible look, you know. But it works for, like I said, for making it look super, what's the word? Not exaggerated, but dynamic, super dynamic. Okay. And this one's a little short now that I see it, so maybe I should stretch it out. Let's do that. I got time. That sketch went pretty fast. I got time. Let's move this leg over just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to stick it out this way more. There we go. Super long. But the other thing is, I've got it bent, so it's kind of bent in on itself. So that's why I'm kind of getting away with a little bit more of the angle. Plus, I make that foot a little bit bigger too. And that'll work with putting it at this angle, like this. There you go. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. Okay, I think that's going to work. That's pretty good for posing. So let me erase some of these sketch lines and we'll get going. It worked out really well, so I want to make sure that I have enough left over. There we go. Plus, I'm going to have him holding a sword, so I'm just kind of playing around with where that's going to be, and I think I don't know if I'm going to use an eraser or a ruler. Let's get a ruler just in case. I think we're going to need one. Just to make it, I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe we eyeball it. Maybe that would look better. Well, the point is, I'm going to erase these sketch lines and leave the confidence line. So as you got more confident, I press harder, and that's going to take more to erase. So if I just lightly erase this, I'm going to get rid of the sketch lines. Confidence lines will stick around a lot more. And that'll help me because I want the Sharpie to stand out, not the pencil lines, but I do need something that's going to guide me, right? Okay. Okay, so I think that's going to work. I say we welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, but left myself enough of an image that I can use to guide us on this Sharpie adventure. So I'm going to go ahead and start off. I guess I'm going to go in with the Sharpie fine point. Normally I use the pen for the details in a face, but no face, right? So I'm just going to build off that. So you've seen the sketch, or you've seen the final image. You know where we're going to go with this. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started and just start drawing his head. Let me find a good image of what he looks like. All I got to go by are toy pictures like this. So I just got to use stuff like that to try to look at the details and see what I could do with it. So, okay, so I'm going to start off with his head. Let's work with that mask. Let's go ahead and just draw like the ear over here. And come in and do the mask across. And it's got like those layers in it, so I think I'm gonna try to go like layered down. Let me see if that looks right. Not really. We'll just do like this, like that. That'll kind of accent the layers going across, and then we'll come in here and draw the point, and come back this way, like that. And then let's add some detail. I guess I can go ahead and do the head so you can see where we are. like the whole thing, and then we'll add some detail to it. So he's got like the back of his head back this way. Come back around to the front like that. That's the top of his dome. And so his head, he does have a little divot chin. We're going to do that, so we make sure we put that in there. And then we're going to come back up this way. And there's going to be a bottom part to that too. So I'm going to come down and go point to it. Same thing, and then come down this way. Looks like a RoboCop at this point. Come down like that, and it's going to disappear over here. So I can do that. Now, there are some specific details in that face. So let's try to do those lines going across. So it looks like, let's see, 2, 1 across. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Like that. Then 1 and down, right? So 1, 2, 3. Like that. Okay, so now I'm going to try to connect them. I'm not too worried about if I don't. I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna do like this. Okay, then try to go back the same way this one, and it's okay if they're not straight. It's okay if they bump into each other. I'm not worried about that. I am going to try to connect them right there. Maybe I should start from the middle so I know like where it's going to hit, but it's too late now, right? I'm already going. But I got an idea. I'm just going to hit towards that, you know? And again, see how some came out thinner, some came out thicker? Oh well. Not worried about it. Perfect. Okay, not perfect, but I'm super happy with it, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, and he's got like a little seam in his mask. That also helps define like the shape of his head, the contour of his head. And he's got a few little lines. We're going to go ahead and do one like that. And a few little like breather lines. We're going to do like this. Something just kind of showing that look. It doesn't have to be specific, you know, don't worry too much about it. I think that's it. Again, I'm going by toy pictures, so it's hard to see any other specific lines. But I think that's going to be good for the mask. At least that's all we got. Okay, so let's build off from there. So, let's see. How about... Alright, let's work on this. Okay, so I'm going to build he's got his arm. Well, you see in the picture, you know what we're doing. So I'm going to draw his neck down like this. I'm going to draw his little collar. It's going to be up like this. That's going to go around to where it connects. But he's got that vest that's got all kinds of stuff, or his backpack straps basically, all kinds of stuff that I was talking about in the sketch that we're not going to get to all of it. Well, I'm going to try, but there's no way that we can get to all of it. So I'm just going to kind of play around with what I can do and appreciate that it's all there, you know? Okay, so you know what? I tell you what, let's do this arm first because that's what we want to do. We want to draw what's in first and then you draw what's behind. So I'm going to have his shoulder up. Let's see. Kind of something like this, but before I go any further, he does have a pack, like an armband extra bonus pack. Okay, and so basically it's what do you call it? It's like a utility belt pack, that kind of thing. Something like that. That's over a strap. And I just want to make sure, like I said, that we draw that first. Because you always draw what's on top, then you build, okay? And so now I can go down to his bicep. There's the crook in his arm. Here's his elbow, like this. And there's going to be more like detail, but it's going to be kind of hard to do specifically because, again, there's just A, there's only so much detail we're going to get in here, and B, it's going to be all black. So we're also kind of limited to what we can do because of the color separations. Okay, so he's got a like arm protector. We're going to go over like this. I'm going to draw the other side. Come down to his wrist. And he's got like this little, not a watch, but it's almost like a, well, I guess it's a watch. I don't know. It's just something. It's something. There's the arm protector, and I can draw his arm now to his elbow. That. Again, we're going to go ahead and just kind of accent something like this. Now it's bent over, basically that's what we're doing. You'll see it in a second. Or you saw the picture, you know what we're doing. And it's some kind of like tech armor type kind of thing. So I like adding little extra detail like that. Alright, so this hand I've got it the underside, and he's holding his Uzi, but because of the way he's holding it, all you're seeing is the back half of his hand. So we're going to come in like this for the knuckles, right? And then the Uzi is going to be in here like this, basically taking up the whole bottom half of his hand. So you're not really seeing much else. Like this, and maybe we'll see like the front finger, index finger, that's inside the trigger, like that, okay? And again, those fingers are all kind of wrapped around, so you're not seeing much else of what's visible at this angle. And let's see, his gloves, he does have cool. Let's do like some little knuckle duster gloves like that. And he's got like a cool, like tech looking design over his glove. Something like this, okay? We'll say that's the bottom of the blaster, or the blaster of the Uzi. And again, because it's the bottom half, we're not seeing much, so I'm just going to draw the underside like that. I'm going to come in here like this, do something like that. And we're going to say that's the other half right there. And how does it easy go? Let's do something like this with that middle barrel, something like that. Now again, we're looking at it from the underside, so that's why we're kind of getting away with not doing as much detail, because again, we're on the underside of the pistol. We're looking at it from the bottom end. All right, there we go. Okay, again, but though it's going to be black, so half of it's going to be seen, half of it's not. Let's see, the thumb comes around, but you can't really see because of the way we've got it like this, and the handle's like that. So see, the thumb's kind of unseen because of the handle right there. So that's all we're drawing. So now I'm going to try to build on all his stuff. He's got a lot. With his, let's see, he's got a backpack on, so I'm going to go ahead and draw this part right here, because the strap kind of connects to it, and also has got a whole bunch of stuff on it as far as grenades and stuff like that, but there's only so much we see anyway, so I'm just going to kind of do one of these just to kind of accent that it's the backside, again, just to kind of give it a little bit of detail while we can, because like I said, there's tons of crazy little detail in this, but we can't draw everything. You're welcome to, go for it. If you got more time, you add all this extra detail. Look how my paper's already bowing, so I got to be careful. The heat from my hand, I'm just too powerful. Okay, and so hey, let's do something real quick. For those of you that are watching that got this far along, the first one to post the words Snake Eyes Magic down in the comments below, I'll do your request. As long as it's not something crazy. Don't say like, myself with a lollipop stuck in my eyeball. You know what I mean? Let's do a character and I'll try to do a request. So the first one that can say Snake Eyes Magic in the comments below. If you got this far, I'm testing to see who got far enough and who's actually watching. I'll do your request. Okay, so I'm going to go back up here and draw some grenades. And I'm just kind of eyeballing what a grenade looks like, because I'm not going to draw all the little perfect pineapple details in it, because again, this is too small, too detailed, and not enough time to do something like that. But I'm going to do enough that it can look like it, and we'll build off of it. And I'll add some detail in a second. Let me draw like a pack. There's another one back here like that. Because he's got his arm raised, it's kind of pushed up a little bit. So what I'll do for the grenades is I will go ahead and do something like this, just to kind of make them look uniform. I'm doing them all at the same time too, so I can kind of draw kind of like a grenade look, you know? Not, I mean, it looks almost like corn, you know, but it's at the best as we can do right now with a quick detailed design. Okay, and also see we can connect this here now that we see the lines. And do like that. There's another part back there. Again, super crazy. We're not going to worry about that. Cool. So I've got his arm raised up for a sword. So let's go ahead and draw like his chest, just so you can see where we are here. It's going to be coming up like this, just to show the stretch in his arm, going up like that. And again, there's a pack that I want to draw here, or not a pack, an arm strap that he's got around his bicep, just like that. And all we're going to see on this side is the other side of the strap, because it's on the outside, which means the outside's on the other side. Does that make sense? All right. Okay, so let's draw his arm up. And again, there's not much besides armor, but we're going to still add the little wrist thing I was talking about. Then we're going to do the underside of the armor. It's on the back side there, so the top side there. So we're drawing kind of the back side. So all we're really going to do is come in a little bit, and then I can draw the elbow. Okay. Again, going to connect anything I see floating. And then we're going to add kind of like that, kind of like this weird little space tech design on his arm. Okay. Awesome. How's yours coming out? Do you have Snake Eyes magic yet? Awesome. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna use a ruler for a sword, and what I want to do is all we're gonna see is, like, let's say this is the sword. All you're gonna see is like I wish I had my lightsaber here to show you. All you're gonna see is the fingers and then a little bit of the hand underneath. So that means I need to figure out the angle that I want to put it at. I think like that, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and commit to it. There we go. Perfect. Now, ooh, that kind of disappeared. I'm gonna have to redo that. So, but again, now that I have the angle that I want, let me draw some fingers around this to define the positioning. So, let's see, his thumb. Sorry, my Sharpie's very dirty right now. His thumb's gonna come around. It's gonna be in the front. So we're gonna come around with the thumb, do like this. Okay, and again, it's because of the way the fingers are wrapped around is why it's gonna look a little silly right now, until we can define the other edges. And I'm gonna put that one a little high. Okay, now let me add some detail, and you'll see why it's like that. So these fingers up a little higher, right? And then I can put his thumb in here like this. Okay, so let me go ahead and add the sword back in. You can see where we are now. I just wanted to do that just to kind of define the edges. I gotta try to do this again in the same spot. Close enough. Close enough. All right. Oops, it's off a little bit, but that's okay. I am fine with that. And we're gonna give him a little, let me look at the sword again real fast. Okay, like a little, something like this. And then define the other end down in the bottom like this. Ooh, let's do that. Let's go ahead and continue it down, just because we want to keep it consistent. Right? And what's really neat is the handle kind of curves up like that. I didn't do that on purpose, that was an accident, but it worked out. Okay, I'm gonna do that so I can curve that myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up like this. Close that out. Look, I accidentally went through that right there, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Let me control it a little bit more with this pen. Just kind of curve it up to it like that. There you go. Not perfect, but I'm okay with that. I'm fine. Okay, so now I can draw the other end of his hand now that I have a start-stop point and I know where that's gonna go. So something like that, okay? We'll do that pinky a little higher. And there we go, holding this sword. And I can't tell if there's a detail on it, so we're just gonna do something like this just to define some edges and keep going. All right. Okay, so now we're basically just gonna draw some belts, legs, and awesomeness. Okay, so he's got a couple belts. So we're gonna draw one on top here. I'm gonna say that's a buckle. And there's another little connector right here, almost like a bow tie. Again, I'm just going by the toy. So I'm trying to go by what it looks like. But hey, you know what? That's all we got. Okay, gonna add a little pack. Like everybody does. Everybody's got little extra packs, you know, so they can carry their breath mints and their pencils and erasers. Something like that. He's got two belts, so let's draw the other one underneath. Almost like Fortnite, huh? Okay, this one's going to be tucked under like that. Add a little bit of extra detail, so like he's got his suit's got a little seam in it like that. Again, it's a suit, so I'm going to add a little bit of creases and folds. Alright, and we'll go ahead and just do one like that too to show that it's got a bend in the suit. A little bit of detail for his belt. Again, there's so much that I can't add everything, but I want to. I want to play around with all the little details, you know? Okay. Alright, so now, same thing with his legs. He's got, just like his arms, he's got, you know, extra pack stuff. So we're just going to add a couple of gun holsters and maybe a knife holder on this one. Again, because they're on the outside, all we're really going to draw are the holsters, or the straps. There's going to be a strap right there. Come down to the knee pad. Let me go ahead and draw the knee pad in because I'm going by my sketch. I know where it went. And so okay, so now let's do his legs. Let's bring it in with that strap right there, so I know where it is. Gonna go ahead and come in, add that extra little bump for the strap right there up to his crotch, and that's where it's gonna bend. Let's go ahead and draw some creases and folds. Add that little strap right there, and then I can draw his bends. Of course, because I've got him stretched out, there's going to be a lot of stress on this part of his waist right there. So I'm adding a lot of stress and creases and folds for that part of the leg. So I'm going to come down to the knee here, down to the knee pad, I guess that's the best way to say it. There you go, connect it, and then I can basically come in here, just add some bumps. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to do that strap. That's okay. Let's just add it real quick. We're gonna do this, make it a little thicker, come down this way, make it a little thicker there, and then I'm gonna add some creases and folds. Like I said, because his leg's stressed and really stretched out right there, I like to add extra little stress, especially when your legs are spread out this far. You know, you're really going to put some stress on your waist there. Okay, well, I have just got a little bit of extra detail here because pretty much it's just the strap. We're kind of getting away with we'll say it's on the other side, and we'll add a little extra. We'll do this. Watch this. We'll add just like that. That's all you can really see. We'll say the knife blade is back there and all that stuff. Same thing here. We'll go ahead and add like that, and that's on the outer edge. Okay. All right. You know what? Before I go further, let me add just a little bit of creases and folds on here. Again, just to add the stress of the pants being stretched out. And now we're just going to do the legs, the bottom part. So I'm going to connect to the boot. I'm going to have some pant legs stretched out right there. Oh, you know what? I want to add detail for the knees too. Let me add just a little bit for that, and I'll do that with everything. So I'm going to come down for the boot, down to the heel, front of the boot, like a protector over the laces. Draw the front of it like this, come down. And we're going to add just like a little bit of a heel, something like that. And let's add some detail, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just do something like this, just to kind of accent the front of his knee pad. Like there's another level to it, a little tech oriented, you know, because that's kind of the cool thing about this new G.I. Joe design that I love. I love it so much that it's got a kind of almost like a space feel to it, kind of a, you know, futuristic tech. So to speak, you know. And some people are complaining, like, oh, that's not my G.I. Joe. You know what? It's not. Yeah, your time is over. It's time for new G.I. Joe, you know. All right, some kind of, you know, awesome boot. That's what we're just going for there. So let's do the same thing over here and just stretch it down. So I'm going to do pant leg, tucked in, so it's got some creases and folds. Then boot. Top of the like a lace protector thing coming down to the tip of the boot. This one's kind of at a very drastic angle. Like that. Again, a little bit of a heel. And let's add some extra. All right, so okay. And for the side, what did I do here? I just did some kind of cool futuristic lines, space lines, something like that. And there we go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe Classified. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.